the Netherbrain fell, you and Astarion have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. Tonight, he tells you that these last 6 months of happy memories are the counterweight to 200 years of misery. The next day, you receive an invitation written in a frail hand, inviting you to a gathering back in the place where your journey together began.
Stop! I'll cry! It's so cute! Stop!
A chance to meet with the friends and allies who were by your side in the battle against the Absolute.
Oh, my friend!
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Stop! My owlbear! Oh, Tara's here! Look at my owlbear.
Friend! You came! Big brother Scratch, too!
Yeah!
Happy.
Oh. Okay, she's a little bug, but it's fine. It's cute. It's fine.
Yes. Miss this. More.
You're a lot bigger than Scratch now.
Yes. Big. But Scratch is smart. Teaches me many things. Like Big Brother.
Yeah. Where have you been since we last met?
Lots. Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken.
A kraken?
Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite,
Oh.
kill.
Oh.
With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired now. Want sleep. Want cave.
You need someone to look after you. How about Halsin? It sounds like you need someone to look after you. How about Shart? Oh, fuck no. How about Halsin?
Bear man?
Yeah.
He is big, but not bigger than me.
No.
I like him. I go to him.
Yeah. Oh my god. What about Scratch? Scratch, baby.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his
Why
hand.
do you have the fucking Rubik's Cube?
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw.
I would be happy to throw it. I'm so glad Withers remembered to invite my favorite companion.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Owlbear. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to snuggle.
I'm so glad to hear you fared well since our travels together.
I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
Why am I getting emotional? This is the worst. All right, what's Shart got to say?
Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Are you joking? I've been counting down the days. I had reservations, actually. Of course I did. You lot could hardly manage without me. Shadowheart, isn't it? Oh, I've got to bust her balls every time I get the chance.
Hilarious. You could find work as a jester if you stumble upon a noble with more gold than taste. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
We're getting a hug? Is she gonna hug me? Oh. I got a hug.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
Did this bitch just call me fat? Oh, this is why I gave you to the fish people! Calling me chubby shark?
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels. I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
What have you been up to?
Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister.
Where have you been?
One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep.
Waterdeep?
It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself.
I wonder how different
God,
this will
your
be when we
truest
load
act
in
of
the
heroism was putting up
evil
with all
save.
that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
Your parents would be proud of you. Wait! Waterdeep, did you bump into Gale?
We had tea on his balcony. Tara even deigned to sit on my lap for a while.
Oh.
You know, I think entire forests must have been felled to quench that man's thirst for books. He seems to be doing well. In his element.
What's next for you?
I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick
Why is her
a pin
hair
in a
black
map and
again?
See what I find, or
I don't think
head
her
to the
hair
docks in the
ever
morning
turned
and
gray
scrounge
in
a
my
berth to
save.
find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers
Two of my
dark gods
saves,
by
her
moonlight.
hair never turned
I'd love
white.
to see if there's any truth to that.
Yeah, you can romance Shart in this game.
Enough about me. What have you been up to?
Sure, you've been living a quiet existence and are very glad for it. Boast of adventures you've embarked on since you parted ways. This and that. Literally nothing. I don't know how people live without divine guidance. I visited Candledeep to research their librarians aren't over me. No, I lived my very quiet, boring life with Astarion.
As am I. It's well deserved. And I dare anyone to argue otherwise.
Thank you.
Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence.
I'd like that.
It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves.
We'll keep in touch.
I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Don't be a stranger.
Shart's being nice to me. That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
Thank you, Jaheira. I missed you too, Jaheira.
How nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next
I'm gonna see
year's
Tater
dragon.
because I have a save for
Same
it. So we'll
sisters
load that one
overflowing
next and we'll see if it changes.
You know, I have been known, on occasion, to speak ill of Baldur's Gate.
Sorry, and I'm dishing up
city is
dinner. I don't know
known
how
for
long I
its
can
truth.
watch.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons,
No, I haven't talked to Halsin
healers.
yet.
My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing.
Volo's
Also
just
for my
being
daughter.
Volo in the back. I
Plans
live.
to
Yeah,
rejoin
patch
the
5
Flaming
is live.
Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
Wait, you have children? Oh my god, in this save, I never even saw her children.
Ah, yes. Forgive me. There wasn't much time to offer hospitality with an elder brain looming over the city.
I didn't get to see her children
They
in
ask
this
about
one.
You, of course. But I keep them a little too busy for stories. Ah, there is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. But I see the flush in your cheeks when I speak of family. Perhaps you mean to start one of your own. Oh, I don't want to watch over a blood match where the jewelers call me auntie. You just be careful, Valspawn.
If you tell me that there is an option for an ending with Astarion, that end. If I have just one, they'll have no one to duel.
All right, Ball child. It is true you are no longer what you were. You have done well for yourself.
Thank you.
For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
My home is with Astarion! Stop! I'm not okay!
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Scrounging in barrels and crates.
I have to go talk to him. I'm sorry. I was gonna leave him for last, but Come here! Come here! Hi.
And how have our friends fared without us?
They seem happy.
I'm glad. It would be so easy to go through everything we did and come out the other side bitter and twisted. But they deserve happiness. We all do.
Yeah.
And I will forever be grateful to have found it with you.
I can hug him
I do feel a little bad keeping you all to myself. After all, I get to see you every night. Go on, go mingle. Enjoy your time with the others. Bless them with your presence.
No, I want more.
I'll be here when you're ready. I'll always be here, my love.
Hi, Halsin.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time.
Oh, he looks
Yet
good.
These past 6 months have seemed endless without your company.
Aw.
But now, our paths cross.
You sound almost sentimental considering we didn't really get along. Wait, we didn't get along in this save? I don't remember that. I missed you.
We have all pined for each other's company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after what we shared. That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be stoked again, Oak Father willing. It is a bond that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
This is the ending we all deserved, and honestly, the biggest respect and kudos to that team for going out of their way to give us this. I should just hug everybody. You sound like you need a hug.
I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place.
Oh, another hug!
That was more than worth the wait. That was more than worth the wait? No, I suppose you didn't mean that literally.
No, I did not, no.
Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
You first. I could listen to you talk all day. Finally, yes, let's talk about me. No, Halsin, what have you been doing?
In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees.
Yay!
Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
That sounds wonderful. Wait, what? I recall you have quite a few young wards to care for. 9 wagons of them. Halsin! What?
My greatest purpose and greatest reward. Those children have been through more than fate had any right to cast at them, and yet they go on as resilient as anything in nature. I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet, in truth, they teach me far more.
Oh.
The land we saved is theirs, and they will cherish it, I'm sure. Thaniel and Oliver shall never want for friends again.
I'm glad you're happy.
As am I. I may age more slowly than most, but I do believe I've gained some new laughter lines of late. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Oh my god. Had I known bedtime tales were a possibility, I'd sought you out at camp. Let me see what I got for you.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Okay. Tell Halsin tales of the past 6 months. The truth might be a little flat, spice it up a little. Tell Halsin a detective story where in the end the interpreted fist discovers they'd been committing the murders all along. Recount some of your recent exploits, sparing no detail. Now, just do one.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
All right. I've volunteered you for something. Might your new community have room for an owl bear?
Do you truly even need to ask? Of course. Who could not open their home to a befeathered hero of Baldur's Gate?
Yay!
And I did promise the children I would bring them back a surprise. Oh, imagine their faces.
Can I have another hug?
Of course.
I'm gonna sit here all day and cry and be happy with my little virtual friends. Okay, you seem more settled than I expected of you. I thought that it was against your nature.
As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam.
Oh.
That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
Okay, I'll ask you more about that stuff later.
Before you go,
Oh.
I have something for you.
What is it?
Just a little keepsake, really.
Okay.
Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle?
Oh, did you make me a
I
duck?
made this.
Did you make me a duck?
Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons.
Maybe a duck.
Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
You made me a duck. It's lovely, thank you.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
I got a dog! Let's talk to Karlach.
Oh, shit.
She looks hot.
Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. With us, you mad bastard! You brought me back!
Yes!
Soldier. It's really you.
Yeah.
I've missed you, you old ball spawn. Oh, do you not want me to call you the B word anymore?
You just call me bitch instead. Ooh, shit. I haven't killed someone since we last met, actually. Can I click on that? Where'd it go? Oh.
You're too good, buddy. Well, you did save the world despite getting repeatedly possessed by the spirit of murder. So technically, you're the best. I'm just so glad you're doing all right. I thought of you often, whenever I could spare half a thought. Surviving Avernus doesn't leave you much time to think. But having Will around has been incredible. Fucker's even better at killing devils than yours truly. We don't have much time to chat, but just knowing he's there makes all the difference. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlach yet, soldier.
Must be so happy. Wait, can I have a hug?
You don't need to ask, soldier.
Oh. We were best friends in this run. Me and her were best friends.
I won't be in Avernus forever, you know. Can I look you up when I'm out?
Obviously. You'd better or I'll hunt you down myself.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Oh, we are not dreaming.
Boo!
It is our old friend.
Minsc! Oh my god! It's good to see you too.
Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsc began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsc to cover.
You're in a cell, what for?
Minsc and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsc and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says
After
Boo.
the scene on the dock, it goes into
I'm not
this.
sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsc still has his fists, no?
Does Jaheira know you're off the leash?
She told Minsc and Boo to behave themselves, which is why we shall be back in our cell by dawn. But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
Oh, it actually takes what answer I picked with Astarion. I've been with Astarion trying to find a way to cure him. Oh, I'm picking that one.
A powerful pairing. If love cannot cure a vampire, what can? Oh, Boo suggests a variety of arcane remedies, but love is the most potent, and by far the easiest to pronounce. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go, and greet the others. Minsc shall make himself presentable. This pond shall do nicely, Boo, though I see no soap. So you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Gale girlies, it's your time!
Well, well. Look what the Tressim drag did.
Hi, Gale.
Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion.
No shot!
Pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Oh my god, Gale. I see Mistra didn't smite you in the end. Hug him. You, a teacher. Those who can't become gods teach. Listen! I'm gonna hug him because I know you all want the hug, but... Come here, Gale.
Well, that was quite lovely. I'm glad you're as pleased to see me as I am you.
I'm gonna be nice to you.
I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mistra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Karsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom.
Oh my god.
Too good, if anything.
You know what? You're a girl boss for that, Gale.
I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Go on then, convince me. Why is illusionary magic so much fun? Sounds dull. Used to take yourself rather seriously, you know. I'm glad to hear that. Strangers should be treated as sus. You know what? You know what, Gale? This is for the Gale girlies that sass me for hating Gale. I'm gonna let Gale talk for a minute. I'm gonna let him talk.
Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all, imagination. Unfortunately, in that respect, some of my apprentices seem to be rather lazy. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound
I love Tara.
lease of life we earned?
I confess I found life a little too quiet since our journey came to end. I found the love of my life. I say I'm pretty happy. I don't need any other options.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here.
Thank you.
I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know?
Thanks.
I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
Perhaps Astarion and I can give the lecture together.
I don't see why not. 2 heads are better than 1. Unless you're dealing with an Etin. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower.
Gale looks good in that outfit. I'll give him that.
Plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Do you know what makes me happy? Gale is self-aware in the epilogue that he talks too much. And he goes, you know what? I've talked enough. You may leave.
Oh, right.
Hi, Tara.
You. Hello.
Hello.
Something caught in your throat, dear? Anyway, I hear congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dakarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
Gale helped me.
That doesn't sound like him. But whichever way you want to remember it, well done, I suppose.
All right, Tara.
Come visit myself and Gale when you're able. If you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
Scrump and Astarion is very important, Tara.
We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
Old friend. For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through limbo. But to see your face, it brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
You're looking a little less solid than I expected.
A bit. It's taken a dozen vicious talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
This is the perfect opportunity to correct her again, but they didn't give it to me. Where are you now, Miss Lae'zel?
Shractalor.
Nod your head as if the word means anything at all to you.
No need to pretend.
Oh.
I know the word means little to you. Shractalor is the capital of the Githzerai, an exiled people, once kin with mine until the madness of civil war ripped out one sky into 2. Algish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Best of choice.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always
New patch today, yes. Patch 5 dropped today. My game's running pretty smoothly, actually.
A sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free.
I wonder what happens if you convince her to stay here.
You've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
When will I see you again?
Soon. When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I missed you. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Okay, Lae'zel.
There you are, my friend.
Yeah, we talked to Halsin.
Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
He looks so good. Okay, I'll attempt a 10 with a -2.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets.
There is a letter from Arabella.
Fragrance you can't quite recognize.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
I've missed traveling with you.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side.
Thank you, Shark. I appreciate that. Thanks. Have you been faring without your warlock powers?
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
Oh, shit!
Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Karlach is here too, yeah.
It's the star of the show. Our humble protagonist who forsook Baal to save the city.
I did.
Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
I see. It's wonderful to see you. I'll be nice to you for now.
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good.
Are you
at
telling me
replicating
Volo
your
got a
signature,
publishing
so
contract before I
with
did?
the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
I love it. I'm presuming I'm the hero.
Oh, that would be telling, wouldn't it? But believe you me, my friend, not a word could have been written without you.
Yes, this is the new epilogue.
Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword?
I wrote a book too!
I'll write a draft, and you can just sign your name.
Where's my book?
Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really
I
has
wrote a
been
book
wonderful
too!
for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night.
Come
my
on,
friend.
Volo!
Many friends to chat to.
You can be
and
in
I'd
my
love
book.
to listen in.
Hello. Wait, you're kind of handsome.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Who is his voice? It sounds very nice. You seem glum.
I find it hard to summon up the trademark pep these days. You have no idea who I am, do you?
Not really.
I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
Who are you? Go on, then.
Milil. Though if the lack of song prayers is anything to go by, that name carries less weight than it used to. Apologies. I think I got a mote. Carried away there. You're hardly to blame. You just want to change up the music, I wager.
I mean, I might as well go for one last attempt at 18.
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor.
Yeah.
Finally. The Scribe picks an adventurer of substance.
I don't know who you are, buddy.
What can I do you for?
I'd like you to change the song.
Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want?
Careless Whisper. I'd play a pretty song. Something lively, encourages dancing. Yes.
Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
I'm proud you gave me a new life, another chance. I did my best. I only protected the city for myself and my father. Can't help but feel some things have been left undone. I'm getting tired. I might go to bed. I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next? I'm proud.
I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
I think I've caught up. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Is this going to make me cry, Withers?
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To Baldur's Gate, to the greatest friends I could dream of, to all of you, my real family. No, there's only one for me. Even annoying Gale. My real family.
To you.
I know.
Thou soughtest gods that the sapling
Blah, blah.
the death fell.
This isn't new before anyone sasses me.
What?
You.
What?
A thief, a liar, and a fool.
What?
We had an agreement, and you broke it. The crown was supposed to be mine. Instead of delivering it to its true home in the Hells, you allowed Gale Dekarios to deliver it to Mystra. I should snuff you out and make coin of your soul. But it will be more amusing to let you see the consequences of your actions. Do you really think that the crown is safer in the hands of a goddess than in the claws of a devil? Look to the history of these realms. It is not the devils, but the gods who sunder, wreck, and ruin. It is the gods who instigate each new crisis. It is the gods who almost brought doom to your world. I was merely a witness to their conspiracy. And I would have dealt fairly with you. I cannot say what Mystra will do. Perhaps the crown is a mere trinket to one of her power. Or perhaps it is the key to unlocking some dreadful new potential in her portfolio. Time will tell, as it always does. Look to the heavens and pray for peace. But prepare for a cataclysm.
What?